I'm not a cloud specialist or a cloud veteran by any stretch of the imagination. I kind of was aware of the cloud, but my first real sort of experience of working in the industry was literally when I was told, oh, we're about to contract with this company called Cloud Blue, and you need to launch a platform, and can you do it by September? So we had a very aggressive timeline on it, and it was very much driven by, Exertis coming to market years after all of our competitors were doing it, and we'd seen our competitors build very large scaled practices, largely around the core vendors, and we were sort of sitting there on the sidelines desperate to get in on it. So Cloud Blue was the sort of the final choice that we made, primarily because of the sort of the industry leading sort of nature of the platform, and also because they said to us that if you can sign the contract on time, we will get you launched by September. And it wasn't a binding commitment in the sense of there was going to be penalties or anything like that, but it was more just, we'll work as hard as you can possibly work. And this was in the middle of I think we were lockdown number 1 at that point, which was always fun and games, and also the European holiday season, and somehow we still managed to get all this done. So my first experience was literally 1st of July, kick-off call with the professional services team from Cloud Blue, and it was literally being handheld on, well, what do you want? How do you want to do it? So for me, it was a massive learning journey. So the team were brilliant. No question was too stupid, and I asked a lot of stupid questions, and still do, and they're good that way. We had excellent project management who kept us on track twice a week. That we knew where the problems were, where we would need to do stuff. So that went through July and August. We did the customization of the platform. We set up the billing, the branding, put it on an Exertis URL, so our partners knew that they were logging into an Exertis cloud platform. Technically, we were ready middle of September, which was absolutely sort of fantastic. And the guys, Cloud Blue got us there, and they also helped our IT team learn on the journey as well. The first time that we had done an infrastructure in Azure as well. So obviously we had all the experts from Cloud Blue who had supported us with that. And then we launched commercially in October, and just insane sort of project period. I've never done anything as big and as quickly as that. We knew the platform could do all of the business fundamentals that we needed it to. So very, very light touch, and the Cloud Blue platform does all the heavy lifting for us. Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of acquired companies that now make up the Exertis group, and they all come with their own different IT infrastructure. Some of it on-prem, some of it off-prem, some of it using a world-leading ERP system like SAP. Others have developed their own in-house solutions. It's very difficult to sort of create a model where it's a one-size-fits-all ERP system. So generally what we do as a group is we allow everybody to work in their existing environments, and it's more of a federated approach. Now the great thing with Cloud Blue is that because we're not trying to integrate into everybody's sort of own ERP systems, we can run it as a central platform and have a very light touch environment, a very light touch into those ERP systems, because essentially all they really need to do is just pick up the invoice, which we can download as a spreadsheet, push it into the ERP system, and then allow the accounts receivable teams to collect the money. It's very simple when you put it to a business manager that way. The biggest challenge we sort of face is the complexity of each of the vendors' portfolios. Nobody has, like a 5-product lineup anymore. You can cut it multiple different ways. So if I take Microsoft, which is our sort of largest vendor in the cloud platform, it's 1,400 SKUs just on their sort of NCE environment, plus all the additional ones in terms of server licensing. What the platform does for us is it enables all of that complexity to be managed by Cloud Blue, so we can just focus on helping our resellers get the best possible outcome, i.e. making sure they're doing the sales, getting the support they need, rather than managing a huge catalogue, which is very time consuming. Additionally, there's been some really great improvements in the platform of late, which really reduces the burden on our side in terms of maintaining pricing and adding and removing from the catalogues. So we get a document through from Cloud Blue, we upload it into the platform, set the pricing, and it's done. And that used to take us a long time. Now we can do it in half a day, and it's just so much easier, which means that as soon as Microsoft brings something to market, we can have it live and available for our resellers to sell almost immediately. The key thing for us is communicating with our resellers. We've found that as a consequence of the hybrid environment, the face-to-face interactions just don't happen anymore. So we're doing it in Teams, we're doing it in Teams chat. We also use the platform. So particularly when NCE was launched in January, we started using the banners to actually communicate with our resellers about things that were happening that they needed to be aware of. So for example, the first one was NCE now available, which was a really easy, great story. We were launching in line with the big players in the market, which made us feel really, really proud that we were right at the forefront. But as we sort of uncovered with NCE, there's a lot of complexity around it. So we were using the banners to highlight webinars, to call out certain specific timelines, talking about promotional sort of discounts that Microsoft were running through that period. We found the banner a really great way of just making sure that we were keeping up to date. Our partners who were using the portal at the time would have it immediately pushed in front of them, and often or not they would then give us a call or Teams chat us for a little bit more information. So that was a really great feature. The other thing obviously is the search bar. One of the things that we've done with the portal is try to sort of curate the different vendors and different software into nice, easy, logical structures, so that if you don't really know what you're doing, you can sort of click on a few tiles and then you get to where you need to get to. But the search bar is brilliant. It also reduces the time that they spend managing in the portal looking for stuff. If we can serve it to them really quickly, they can do more selling, they can move on with things. Navigating around a sort of like a portal is not what they want to be doing. They just want to literally get out there and look after their customers. The way the platform is set up, it enables a one-to-many approach due to the different levels in it. And what we've started seeing, particularly in the UK, is a trend towards personalisation of the cloud marketplace environment. So obviously, out of the box, it comes all rounded with Cloud Blue. We obviously reskinned that to Exertis. What we didn't realise, though, that starting with a lot of our resellers, they wanted their own personal experience as well. So we've had several resellers now who are on that journey to rebranding the portal with their logos, their colour schemes. They want their marketplaces set up slightly differently. They have their own vanity URL for it. That has become quite a thing, because it makes them, it gives them that sort of additional credibility that when they're using the portal, they take a bit more ownership of it. For Exertis to partner with Cloud Blue, it was one of those sort of bit of a dilemma, because obviously Ingram Micro is a competitor of Exertis in the UK market. So we always were a little bit wary, was this the right relationship? But I think 2 years in, Cloud Blue have been absolutely amazing. They've supported us every step of the way. A lot of our success is off the hard work of our cloud success manager, who's been immense for us. He's, sort of like he is part of the team. He's not somebody who works for Cloud Blue. He's part of Exertis Cloud. I'm really excited about what the coming years are going to do. As we add more vendors to the platform and we grow and scale. I mean, I feel we've got the right partnership in place to deliver on that.